Hi, I'm Gary Striegler, and one of the things I absolutely love to do is share the things I've learned about woodworking with other people and hopefully get them to be able to enjoy woodworking, whether it's just a hobby or something that they do for a living. So what we're going to do in the next few weeks is share a series of woodworking projects that you could do in your shop to introduce someone, whether it be a friend, your son or daughter, or in my case, your grandson, to woodworking. And I probably shouldn't say introduce. This is my grandson, Oliver, and he literally has been helping me in the shop with stuff for probably 3 years. Does that sound about right? Okay, good. So one thing that I want to say, I'm going to be very, very careful about what we do with tools, but Oliver literally has about 3 years of experience. So as you're watching this, if these episodes, if there's something that you think, I don't know that my friend, son, daughter, grandson, granddaughter are up to or not, you can always find a different way to do it, or you can even do some steps and then just let them do the steps they feel comfortable with. But the first project we're going to work on is something that just about anybody would like to have, and that's a display shelf. Now I'm going to turn this around so you can see the back of it, kind of the bones of it. Or maybe I should start here. So we started with just a piece of 1x material, and then I added, and it shows up right here. This is a piece that's about 1 inch on edge. I figured out how far this crown was going to drop down, and then we added this piece of 1 inch here, nailed it on, and then I cut a piece of crown mold that went around it. It's got these mighty returns. And then finally we put a shelf on top of it. So it's a base piece, it's this filler piece, and then it's the crown, and finally the top shelf. But this is kind of just where it's going to get started, because we're going to dress this up. Again, I love trim, and so Oliver's going to help me dress this up and make it really nice. And then Oliver's going to have to decide exactly whether he wants to give this away or put it in his room. All right, Oliver. Now the first thing that we're going to do, let me see if I can get this turned, is we're going to add a dental block to it. I've cut these pieces that have a certain amount of return. This one goes right there. We'll get that extra glue out there right now, Oliver. Let's see if I can find something to, maybe I can just, there we go. That about got it. All right, so Oliver, again, Oliver's very experienced at using nail guns. We're going to be using the headless pinner. It has this 2-part safety, and Oliver knows that once he pulls that safety back, it's ready to fire, okay? So what I want you to do, Oliver, is let's shoot right through there, okay? I'll hold it in place like this, and just give me a nail right there, okay? You got enough hose? Yeah, right there's good. Okay? Now, I've cut this, or excuse me, I shouldn't say I cut, Oliver cut a whole series of these little blocks. And what I love about this trim trick is a lot of times when you're doing some kind of a job, you got lots of little blocks of molding, you can cut them and actually make dental molding out of them. Okay, I'm going to use this 3/4 inch piece of spacer. So what we're going to do each time, okay, Oliver, put another nail right, can you get in there, okay?
Here?
Up right there, that'd be great. Okay, now I'm going to grab another block. Now, I did kind of carefully lay this out. You can't just start nailing. You have to do kind of a dry run and figure out, because I could, for instance, we could take a 1/16 off this spacer, we could take a 1/16 off these blocks, whatever we need to make it come out. What we're probably going to do is go about halfway, and then we're going to start from the other corner and come back. All right, Oliver, I'm ready for you there, buddy. Can you get in there and put in?
Here?
Yeah, right there. Okay. We're not going to go too fast. We don't want to get in too big a hurry, but all right, Oliver, go ahead. Remember that. Be careful with that safety, that a boy. Okay. Whoa, that wouldn't be good. You wouldn't have nailed that, would you? No, you know better. Okay, that was my mistake. All right, go ahead and nail that one. All right. Let's do maybe this one, maybe one more, and then we're going to start Okay, go ahead there, buddy. Okay. I like the way that each time you're letting go of that safety as you put it down, because that means it's not going to shoot. That is the safe way of doing this. Hang on. Get it lined up. Okay, buddy, go ahead. All right, so let me show you what we've got so far. Again, I love that dental block detail. Now, the painter might not love it, but I do. And what I might tell you, especially if you're going to have to be the painters, you might want to prime the end grain on all these pieces, maybe even paint them before you put them in place. And if you nail them with a headless pinner, all you got to do is just touch it up. Okay, here's the piece for the other direction. So it looks like that. Oh, man. All right, Oliver. Actually, well, I tell you, I found all kinds of mistakes that I have made. I wouldn't want anybody to think I'm perfect. I've got a headless pin that I missed with. See it right there, Oliver? Mm-hmm. If I can get it pried up, we're going to wiggle it till it breaks off. Boy, it's really fighting me, though. My goodness. I think we're going to just go on, and I'll come back and get that headless pin broken off later. All right. So this piece fits on here. Let me hold it in place. Okay, again, put a nail about right there, Oliver, okay? Yeah, that looks good. And let's actually move over and add a second one right there, okay? That looks good. Okay, now, that's all right. That's okay. All right, so can you, let me get the pencil and hold it in place. Can you go ahead and, or am I too much? Oh, there we go. That's a good angle right there. Okay. Ta-ta. Okay. Whoops. Okay. So, all right. So what we want to do now, probably just make sure, I'm going to kind of try and do a dry run of sticking these blocks in here as best I can. Whoops. Just leave that gun laying down for right now, buddy. Okay, so I'm going to need, actually, yeah, we got too big a space there, don't we? So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to probably cheat two different ways. I'm going to go back to the saw real quick. I'm going to cut 2 or 3 blocks that are just a little bit longer, and then we're probably going to use a little bigger space too. Don't you think? See, we got, so I'm going to need to cut, or do I need to get narrower? Think about this. There's that one. There's that one. We actually need shorter blocks, don't we? And a little bit shorter spacing. Yeah. So, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to pop one of these off here, maybe this one, and I'm going to go cut some blocks a little bit shorter, and then we're also going to tighten up our spacing a little bit so that it comes out okay. All right, just hang loose right here, buddy. That's why I wanted to stop and check it part way. Break this off. All right. I'll be back in just a second, okay? You just wait patiently for me. Okay, Oliver, we're back in business. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep spacing it, but then after I space it, I'm going to pull this back out and cheat it over just a little bit. Okay, let me get my finger down here. Can you get in there and nail that? So let's put a little bit of angle. There we go, like that.
Like that?
Yeah. Okay, let me put a spacer in here again. Except we're going to cheat it down a little bit. Okay, bring your nail gun on in. And again, let's get that kind of angle. You ready? Okay, great. All right. Now we're hoping we're not. Oh. The other part of this is, you know what I just did? I grabbed one of the long blocks instead of the short blocks. I think I'm showing every mistake that I can possibly make. Let's see if I can. Okay, taking this one out. All right. You keep me lined out, okay?
What does that mean?
That means don't let me make mistakes.
What?
All right. These are the 3 smaller ones.
What if I make you do a mistake? I don't want to make you do this.
You're not going to. All right, wait a minute. I'm going to move this a little bit tighter. Okay. Remember where we were putting that nail gun? Right in there, in that low spot.
I can't see your.
That's good. You're good to. Whoops, you're good to nail right there.
Your hands in the way the whole time.
Yeah, and these are the short ones. So. Okay, you ready to nail? A little more angle there, buddy. There you go. Okay, now this is a short one. So I think we're going to have to pop this one off too and move it a little bit tighter. We're really close. I think I want to use 2 more short ones. So I'm going to cut 1 more short one. Okay. Get my pencil in there and hold it. Okay, you know where we need to nail it? Yeah, right there, buddy. Okay, I'm going to cut 1 more short one, and I'll be back, and we're going to be able to show everybody what we did. Okay, now what we want to do, does those 2 spaces look even, Oliver? What do you think? Like it? Okay, I want to hold this. You get the nail gun. Are you ready? Right there. Okay, I'm going to show everybody what it looks like. So, although we had to make a couple of adjustments, I probably didn't figure as well as I should have, but we've got, I think, some really good looking dental block. What do you think, Oliver? You like it? Good deal. All right, now, there's one more thing we want to do, though. We want to add a piece of molding. I've actually, we already cut this partially, and let's see, here we go. So this is our kind of our last piece to finish up. It looks like I'm a little bit long over here, Oliver. Yeah, see. So that's what I love about Oliver is just, you know, everyone has different gifts, but Oliver just has the gift of looking and saying, I don't think that's right. I need to take almost 1/4 of an inch off this end so that it'll be in the right spot. And here's the mitered return that Oliver cut, but I need to cut about 1/4 inch off this before we nail this in place. So I'm going to go to run where I've got a saw that's set on 45, cut it. All right, again, Oliver. You hang on to this piece, we're going to in a minute. Hang on to the glue bottle, and I'll be right back.
taking a little while. Okay, he's coming back.
Okay. So, Oliver, we're going to nail this piece in place first.
Then glue
And
it.
again, they've got this little miter return piece. The miter return is just a piece of molding cut right like that. So we're going to put it right here. That will work now, won't it, buddy, when we put it in there? Again, you test fit it. One more turn. That look good to you when we glue it on there? Okay, so we're going to get everything out of the way. Now, where you shoot this is going to be real important. We're saving that for the moment. Okay. You see that return piece one more time because we're so close to having everything the way we want it. We don't want to mess up now. Okay, buddy, so here's the trick part. I'm holding this flush on the back. I need you to nail, let me spin around so you can see what you're doing. I need you to nail straight down there, buddy, okay?
Straight down?
Right there. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna move over a little bit. Straight down right there. Can you do it? Well, that's right there's perfect. Okay, let's keep on coming about right there.
Right here?
Yeah. Okay, one more there. A little more straight. There we go. Okay, now let's get out on this end. Put one about right there, okay?
Right here?
Right there. Okay, now I'm going to take this. I want you to put me a little bit of glue on that. Okay?
I might do a little overdo it.
You got to do it yourself? Okay, I like that.
I might do it a lot more than I need to.
So hopefully you can see already what a difference having that molding makes on the bottom of this. And since this is paint gray, we don't care on. And thank you, Oliver. I'm going to take a little bit of that off there. We definitely have plenty. All right.
I don't think you do anymore.
Oh, look, that glue's going to squeeze.
I definitely.
Did you see glue squeeze out? Now, I've got another headless pinner here with some shorter headless pins.
This is not.
And so I think,
It's not
there we go.
equal.
Well, it's pretty close. All right, buddy.
This?
We need one shot
It's not equal.
right there. Okay, can you do it? Just one shot right there. Okay. So, Oliver, you did a great job. What do you think? Does that look good to you? All
It
right.
looks fancy.
I'm hoping, what, looks fancy? You're a molding guy like me. All right, so, you know, you wouldn't have to go to this extent if you're not comfortable. You could even just stack several pieces of 1x, you know, layers of 1x up there to branch that out. Of course, I'm a molding guy, so maybe this is the extreme example, but I love it every time a molding turns an outside corner. I love the fact that I got to work with Oliver on this, and hopefully you might want to take on a project like this. Again, these are all Windsor One moldings. They're a great company, support me a lot. Hopefully, if nothing else, you like this trick about just cutting scrap molding to make dental blocks. But anyway, this is a great project. Who in the world doesn't need a shelf in their room? Thanks, Oliver.